Your referee for this bout is Kevin Sutaki. Yanchuk with the white pants, black pants for Dionicio Gustavo. Let's say probably a speed advantage going to Gustavo as well, boss.
Yes. Yanchuk's got that power, raw power.
Yeah, if they do get involved in a clinch, it'll be interesting to see what happens. We know both these guys are pretty handy in that realm.
Ooh, that's a powerful kick. And it was with the lower part of the shin, the leg calf. Can't get too many of those.
Yeah, very, very
and again,
sturdy individuals, both these guys, but Yanchuk looks particularly
he's switching stances already.
Heavy at this weight.
So does Yanchuk. Oh, he's going to go to the other leg now.
Yeah.
And now the other leg, eh?
So, toe-to-toe here. Southpaw stance for Gustavo.
Oof.
Covered a lot of distance coming forward on that kick.
Yes, almost he hopped into it.
A lot of Pan American championships under the belt of Gustavo. Yanchuk, not with too many sport karate titles to his name, but highlight of his career was probably that initial win over Vitaly Sertan he had back in 2020. Of course, he dropped a loss last time out to Luis Rocha by body kick in episode 8 last season. Halfway point of round number 1 here.
I like Yanchuk with his feints. Constantly moving, level changes, move, there's that kick again, and man, he's going for the calves. Very smart, you take the legs out, you take the fighter out.
And that kick felt like there was power in it, didn't it? It really felt like he drove through.
And even from that stance, you can't generate a lot of power. You really have to move your left shoulder backwards in order to generate some force. Beautiful kick. Will be better with the lead leg in this position, though. So make a complete turn.
Yeah, both these guys still trying to figure out the timing here as we move into the last minute of our opening stanza.
I wonder if those calf kicks were hurting Dionicio, and that's why he switched his stance, because he hasn't moved back to that normal stance that he had.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Wonder how much time he spends training in a southpaw stance.
That's why it's so important to know both. You might break your right hand, well, switch. Southpaw.
Well, that was almost a check of a kick from Gustavo.
Oh, that's a
big kick up the open side, lands little short shots. It's a lovely outside trip. That Ouchi on the upper body control from Yanchuk. Wow, he covers distance fast on those kicks. And round number 1 sees its end. What's your thoughts on that opening 3 minutes, boss?
I have to go, I believe, with Yanchuk. I mean, he landed some really powerful kicks, constantly to the calf. Great technique.
Let's take a look back at some of the replays here. That was an early spinning back hook from the Russian. We saw that a couple of times.
Beautiful liver kick there by Dionicio.
Yeah,
outside trip.
It's the nice Ochigari.
Boom, there's that high kick. But we've been saying this for a long time. Set it up. But then again, against a guy like Gustavo, he's got really great reflex, so he'll be out of the way.
Yeah,
of the
he'll
punches.
be a few feet further back. I want to take a moment to ask Bas, these low calf kicks, particularly with the power, the way that Yanchuk is throwing them, what do you do to defend those? How do you check a kick to the outside of your calf?
Well, you have a different stance. Like, I have an open stance. You can't kick my calf, you hit my shin. So that's the most powerful way to stop any attack. Plus, you got more power and everything left.
So he's got to draw his lead leg back and be less bladed.
Yes, like Dionicio should have his right toes 45 degrees to the right. Expose his shin.
So a double jab from the Ecuadorian there. Oh, question mark kick from Yanchuk. Whipped the hips over very fast indeed with that one.
Here we go.
Crowd trying to get behind these two. Oh, lovely turn from Yanchuk again. It's that subtle judo. He made it look effortlessly.
That's the kudo.
Effortlessly.
Effortless.
Effortless.
That's the kudo winning.
Yeah, lovely turn of the upper body. really took Gustavo all the way over. Inadvertent finger to the eye, perhaps.
Please stop. What are you saying? I'm not a doctor. Let him.
Yeah, that's it's looking like an accidental eye poke. We might have it on film somewhere, but you know that last trip was really nice. It was
Very well timed.
nice to see him execute some of those throws.
No more. Just telling me was that.
Yeah, looking at the replay here just before the trip, and it might have been just an unfortunate awkward clash of open hands.
Let's fight.
Certainly not intentional from Nikita Yanchuk, and we're back underway here with 2 minutes left in our second round.
Again, by the way, goes attacking that front leg.
Been a lot of movement from Yanchuk in particular, but Gustavo's starting to come to life a little bit now.
Yeah, that right hand was beautiful. It was a really nice straight punch as well. Not in a curve, no nothing. So if that lands...
I was going to say, as soon as they clinched up and Yanchuk had double under control under both sides, Gustavo just had to capitulate and go to the mat there. There's a little bit of an awkward step back from Yanchuk, but he's looked for that high kick on the open side a couple of times now.
It's the movement, it looks like he's constantly going for something. Feinting. See, constant. Very smart.
Yeah, fun fact about Nikita Yanchuk, he has a collection of exotic animals like spiders and snakes at home. He said he was given one as a gift once and then absolutely fell in love with them. So
yeah, and he got bitten by a spider. I asked him,
He
I said,
did.
they never bit you? And he says, oh, no, they did. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe he's like Spider-Man now. Nice back kick.
Gustavo fairly openly told us in his pre-fight interview that, you know what, he was going to particularly look to counter-fight here, but proving harder, or easier said than done, should I say, so far.
Watch your fingers.
We did ask him, you know, what did you feel about your last fight and, you know, dropping that title shot? And he said, you know what, I don't think about it anymore. It's we forget about it. It's important to me is this fight and what is now. Windmilling overhand right from the Russian.
Yeah, he was countering Dionicio with a big looping left hand, and that means that he wants to take him out because he knows he's behind, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, closing seconds here, and the wife of Dionicio Gustavo, she was anxiously calling him on the whole time, saying, press forward, press forward. You know, particularly perhaps try and finish the round in your corner. Let's take a look back at the replays, and this was that lovely outside
That
trip.
was so beautifully done, well timed.
This is a big roundhouse from Gustavo, found the body quite well there.
The Yanchuk comes with an Ushiro Mawasi.
Yeah, but as you said, Bas, you know, Gustavo is so good at range management. You know, if you don't set those up, you're going to be 2 feet further away.
That's it. Yeah, 100%. He will be out of range the whole time.
Nikita Yanchuk in the blue corner there. A few heavy breaths, but you got to say, for the amount of output and movement he's got, he seems to be doing pretty well on the endurance
Great
front.
shape, yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, that's got to help with the weight cut, right? He didn't have to cut 37 pounds.
It's everything.
You know.
I mean, 37 pounds.
He only cut 22.
Jeez. Some of these guys.
I know, right? Pretty decent wear and tear on the stomach of Yanchuk, has to be said at this point.
Dionisio's coming forward now. He knows he's behind.
Yeah, or he at least has to assume he is, right? You can't really go into this third thinking anything else, you know, if you're in the red corner. That means he's got to push forward and see what happens.
Set it up with a low kick first. A few low and then look low, kick high.
Oh,
That's
a
nice.
nice little shot.
Yep. And there's attention on top.
Yeah, and I've got to
Left
say,
hook.
Yanchuk got his hands very nicely around the lower back there. It was almost on the hips, but not quite, and that allowed him to put a really solid bend, very legally under the rusa, in the spine of Dionicio Gustavo. Of course, we've got one more fight coming your way very shortly. It is the championship for the lightweight golden belt, Edgar Scrivas and Luis Victor Rocha. That's coming up shortly, but we've got about 2 minutes left in the third and final round of this welterweight bout here.
He still generates a lot of force with that left front leg, right? somehow he can still put his weight in it. And now Dionicio switches stances again. That was a nice counter, but it didn't connect.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first time we've seen him sort of cut an angle in the counter as well.
But also in an orthodox position, you see, and he switched all the way from the beginning. I'm telling you, his first 2 calf kicks did something.
Well, I'm sure if Layla gets a chance to talk to him later, we'll find out. Minute 20 left on the clock here, and again some feints from Gustavo, but this is the time when he really has to throw caution to the wind, I think. Oh, again! You heard him just exclaim as he committed to that takedown. Looked for a moment like he wouldn't get the angle, but lovely outside trip again from Yanchuk. Ooh, and that was a good kick.
That was a good kick, the one that you don't hear.
Right, and Yanchuk was driving forward at the same time, but I guess it must have sort of caught the body in a reasonable place.
I would just attack the body one more time because that landed.
So both corners getting very animated now in trying to get their fighter moving forward. 30 seconds left. Oh, Gustavo is calling him on, but that's not really an option at this point.
You can fake him, you say, come, and then you go.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let's see, switches stance again, eats another calf kick, high kick. The output is almost entirely Yanchuk as we move towards the last 10 seconds of the fight here.
Oh, beautifully timed again.
Yeah.
You see, moving back, shooting forward.
It's such a good counter into the body lock. And
I'm telling you, that's the kudo.
Yeah, Gustavo just didn't have an answer for it, unfortunately. We're going to go to a judge's decision here, unless they feel as though a 4th round is needed. But Bas, I have a feeling that when I ask you, you're going to say that Nikita Yanchuk's come out the better side of this one.
Yes, you are correct, my friend.
Well, let's take a look back at some of the action from that 3rd and final round. Nice high roundhouse from Yanchuk.
You see, set up with the left hook, go for the takedown. Hitting his back, which is completely illegal. So, ooh,
now that could have been nasty, but
yeah.
I think Yanchuk just got a little bit lucky there with the positioning. Anyway, the judges have made a fairly swift decision, so let's head into the pit and see whose hand is going to be raised by Kevin Sasaki.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner.
Yep.